What if I told you that the secret to running faster isn't more running? That the training method elite athletes swear by is the exact one most recreational runners completely ignore? You're about to discover why your running plateau isn't about miles or intervals, but about something entirely different. And here's the twist. The runners who refuse to do this one type of training are the ones who stay stuck at the same pace year after year, while those who embrace it shatter their personal records. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal goes against everything you've been told about running training. This is the strength training that runners ignore, and it's the fastest way to transform your speed. Let me show you why your competitors don't want you to know this. Welcome to a journey that will completely change how you think about running performance. Today, we're diving deep into the science of explosive strength training, and I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why your training has been missing this crucial piece. Prepare-se para descubrir the training protocol that separates good runners from great ones, the method that adds speed without adding a single extra mile to your weekly routine. Before we dive in, I want to know something. Where in the world are you watching this from? Drop your city or country in the comments right now. I love seeing our global running community come together, and it helps me understand where you're all training from. Now, let's get into the game-changing information that will revolutionize your running. Here's what most runners get wrong from day one. They believe that to run faster, you simply need to run more. More miles, more intervals, more tempo runs. But there's a physiological ceiling to this approach, and you've probably hit it without even realizing. The truth is that running speed isn't just about cardiovascular endurance or leg endurance. It's about power. Specifically, it's about your ability to generate explosive force with every single step you take. Think about it this way. Every time your foot strikes the ground, you're essentially jumping from one leg to the other. The faster you can generate force and push off the ground, the faster you move forward. This is where plyometric training comes in, and it's the missing link in your training program. Plyometrics are exercises that train your muscles to produce maximum force in the shortest possible time. We're talking about box jumps, depth jumps, bounds, and single leg hops. These exercises teach your neuromuscular system to fire rapidly and powerfully. Studies have shown that runners who incorporate plyometric training just twice a week for 6 weeks can improve their running economy by up to 6%. That means you're using less energy to maintain the same pace, which translates directly into faster race times. But here's where it gets interesting. Plyometrics don't just make you more efficient. They actually restructure how your tendons store and release energy. Your Achilles tendon, for example, acts like a spring. The stiffer and more reactive it becomes through plyometric training, the more free energy you get with each stride. Elite Kenyan and Ethiopian runners naturally incorporate plyometric movements through their environment, running on varied terrain and incorporating natural bounding movements from childhood. Western runners often miss this entirely because we train on flat, predictable surfaces. The result? We develop cardiovascular fitness, but lack the explosive power that truly fast running requires. Now pense conmigo, if you could run at your current pace with 6% less effort, what would that mean for your race day performance? What if you could maintain your goal pace feeling fresher, stronger, and more controlled? This is exactly what happens when you add plyometric work to your training. But plyometrics are just the beginning. Let me introduce you to the second type of strength training that runners consistently ignore: heavy resistance training. And I'm not talking about high-rep, lightweight exercises. I'm talking about real strength work, loading a barbell with significant weight and performing exercises like squats, deadlifts, and step-ups with loads that challenge you for just 4 to 6 repetitions. Most runners avoid this type of training because of 2 myths. First, they believe lifting heavy will make them bulky and slow them down. Second, they think it will leave them too sore to run. Both of these beliefs are completely false, and I'm going to show you why. When you lift heavy weights with low repetitions, you're training your nervous system, not building massive muscles. You're teaching your body to recruit more muscle fibers simultaneously, which creates greater force production. This is called neural adaptation, and it happens without significant muscle growth. Research published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that runners who performed heavy resistance training twice weekly improved their running economy, maximal speed, and time to exhaustion. The key protocol involved performing 3 to 5 sets of 4 to 6 repetitions at 85 to 90% of their 1 rep max. The exercises focused on the posterior chain, the glutes, hamstrings, and calves. These are the primary force-producing muscles in running. Here's the fascinating part: the improvement. In running, performance happened without any increase in body weight or muscle mass. The runners simply became more neurally efficient. They could activate more of their existing muscle tissue, generating more power with every stride. Think of it like upgrading your software without changing your hardware. The third and most overlooked element is unilateral strength training, and this might be the most important of all. Running is a single-leg activity. You're never on both feet at the same time. Yet most strength training programs focus on bilateral exercises like squats and deadlifts. While these have value, they don't address the specific strength imbalances and stability requirements of single-leg support. This is where exercises like Bulgarian split squats, single-leg deadlifts, and single-leg box step-downs become absolutely critical. These movements expose weaknesses that bilateral training masks. Maybe your right leg is significantly stronger than your left. Maybe your hip. Stabilizers on one side are weak, causing your knee to collapse inward with each step. These imbalances don't just limit performance, they're ticking time bombs for injury. When you run, you're loading each leg with 2 to 3 times your body weight with every single step. If one leg is weaker or less stable, it has to work harder to control that load. Over thousands of steps, this creates excessive stress on joints, tendons, and connective tissue. The result? Knee pain, IT band syndrome, shin, splints, or stress fractures. Unilateral strength training prevents this by identifying and correcting imbalances before they become problems. But the performance benefits are just as significant. When both legs are equally strong and stable, you can generate symmetrical force. This means you're not wasting energy compensating for a weak side. Every step becomes more efficient, more powerful, and more economical. Studies show that runners with strength imbalances greater than 10% between legs are significantly more likely to get injured and significantly slower than runners with balanced strength. The fix is simple. Incorporate single-leg strength work twice per week and make sure you're working both legs equally. Start with bodyweight exercises if needed, then progress to loaded variations as you build strength and stability. Agora, let me ask you something crucial. Have you been doing any of these types of strength training? Or have you been avoiding the weight room because you thought more running was the answer? Comment below right now and tell me. Are you currently doing plyometrics, heavy lifting, or single leg work? I want to know where you're starting from, and I read every single comment. Your answer might help other runners in our community who are facing the same challenges. Be honest with yourself and with me. There's no judgment here, only the opportunity to learn and grow together as runners. So how do you actually implement this into your training, without compromising your running? This is where most runners get intimidated. But the protocol is simpler than you think. You need just 2 strength sessions per week, each lasting 30 to 40 minutes. That's it. Session 1 should focus on plyometrics and unilateral work. Start with a proper warm-up. Then perform plyometric exercises for 3 to 4 sets of 6 to 8 repetitions. Remember, quality over quantity. Each jump or bound should be explosive and controlled. Then move into unilateral exercises like Bulgarian split squats and single-leg deadlifts, performing 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps per leg. Session 2 should focus on heavy bilateral lifts. After warming up, perform compound movements like back squats, trap bar deadlifts, or hex bar squats. Use a weight that challenges you for 4 to 6 repetitions, and perform 4 to 5 sets with 3 to 4 minutes rest between sets. This longer rest allows your nervous system to recover fully, ensuring each set is performed with maximum power. Timing matters too. Never perform strength training immediately before a hard running workout or race. Your legs need to be fresh for quality running. The best approach is to schedule strength sessions on easy run days or immediately after easy runs. Your body can recover from the combination because neither workout individually is maximally demanding. Within 6 to 8 weeks of consistent strength training, you'll notice changes. Your stride will feel more powerful. Hills that used to slow you down become manageable. Your pace at the same perceived effort drops. And most importantly, you'll stay healthy and injury-free because your body can handle the demands you're placing on it. Let me share something that might surprise you. The fastest runners in the world spend more time in the gym than you think. Eliud Kipchoge, the greatest marathoner of all time, incorporates strength training into his weekly routine. Farah, multiple Olympic gold medalist, has publicly discussed how strength work transformed his speed. These aren't just talented runners who happen to lift weights. They're strategic athletes who understand that running performance is built on a foundation of strength, power, and neuromuscular efficiency. The runners who ignore strength training are the ones who plateau. They add more miles, run more intervals, and wonder why their times won't drop. Meanwhile, the runners who embrace strength training continue improving, year after year, because they're addressing the actual limiters of performance. Your cardiovascular system adapts relatively quickly to training. Within months, you can develop a strong aerobic base. But your musculoskeletal system, your ability to generate and withstand force, takes years to develop. This is why experienced runners who add strength training for the first time often see dramatic improvements. They've maximized their cardiovascular fitness, but left their neuromuscular system underdeveloped. Here's my challenge to you. Commit to 8 weeks of consistent strength training, just 2 sessions per week. Track your performance, your perceived effort during runs, and how your body feels. I guarantee you'll be amazed at the transformation, but don't just take my word for it. The science is overwhelming, the elite athletes prove it works, and thousands of recreational runners have experienced the benefits firsthand. The only question is, are you ready to stop ignoring the training that will actually make you faster? Think about where you want to be 8 weeks from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. Do you want to still be running the same times, fighting the same injuries, and wondering why you're not improving? Or do you want to be that runner who consistently gets faster, stays healthy, and wonders why you didn't start strength training sooner? The choice is yours, but I'm telling you right now, the path to faster running goes through the weight room. So here's what I want you to do right now. First, leave a comment telling me what surprised you most about this information. Second, tell me which type of strength training you're going to start with: plyometrics, heavy lifting, or unilateral work. Third, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because we're building a community of runners who train smarter, not just harder. Hit that like button so this information reaches more runners who need to hear it. And most importantly, click on the video appearing on your screen right now, where I break down the exact strength exercises every runner needs, with demonstrations and progression protocols. That video is the perfect next step in your journey to becoming a faster, stronger runner. Don't let this information sit unused. Knowledge without action is worthless. Take what you've learned today and put it into practice this week. Your future self, running faster and feeling stronger, will thank you for making this decision today. I'll see you in the next video, where we continue building your best running performance ever. Now go out there and show the world what you're capable of when you train with purpose and intelligence.